What is up, YouTube? This is Zach with Dreamedia Home Theater, and I'm at a home here in Frisco, Texas, where we are going to be installing a 5.1 surround system in this living room. It's an open concept floor plan, as well as a patio speaker setup. And we're going to be using the Denon system to power everything up because it does have the Heos capabilities, which gives you the ability to independently stream your content to each zone. You can see we have the living room here, as well as the patio here. And whenever I get everything set up, I'll show you how it works. But let me show you exactly what this room is pre-wired and what speakers we're gonna be using. Okay, so you can see the guys have already started popping the plates off. Everything is pre-wired in this home. Smurf tube down the wall. We're gonna be putting in HDMI as well as optical there for audio return. You can use ARC, but sometimes on the 10, 15 foot runs, the audio return channel isn't extremely reliable. So I always run an optical cable just to have as a dedicated audio return out of the TV for the smart features. You can see right now, we're getting the bracket on the back of the TV, and then we'll get the back bracket mounted into the wall. So, in this room here, this is gonna be his primary movie watching room, even though there is a theater upstairs. So, you can see it is pre-wired for all three in the ceiling, but we're only going to be putting in ceilings for the front left and right and leaving the center speaker. The reason is because the acoustics are already really bad in this space because of the high ceilings and the wood floors. So we're going to be using the Klipsch, in particular the RP640D. You guys see us use this a lot in our videos. It's a really affordable, well-performing center speaker from Klipsch, and it has that 90 by 90 horn on it, as well as the ceramic metallic woofers, 6 of them. We're going to be using the SPL 120 from Klipsch for the low frequency bass. Here's the receiver. This is the Denon 3600, IMAX enhanced, and this does have the multi-zone capabilities, which is one of my favorite parts, that Heos right there. It's great because the customer can be out there on the patio and just pipe his music right to the patio, separate from the living room. Or if he's entertaining, you can have it going in both rooms at the same time. This is very typical in North Dallas. This is a pre-wired location for a volume control, like old school rotary style. We're not gonna be using that. We're gonna jump it out. Basically just, there's wires going up and over to here for the patio, and then there's wires going back over to the home run here in the living room. So just tying them together so that the control is through the app and the Heos system versus rotary style manual. Out here on the patio, you can see it is pre-wired for us. That's the hardy board, so we'll have some fun getting those put in. Get our saw out, and we're gonna be popping in some episode all weather in ceilings out here. That home theater dude in the house.
Gas station coffee.
All right, guys, so that's kind of an overview of the living room 5.1 as well as the patio system. I'm gonna take you through the process of installing this system, as well as show you a demo whenever it's completed. Okay, so we're working on this living room setup right now, getting the center speaker installed to the wall, as well as the TV mounted. And I was talking with the customer while the guys are installing, and we were discussing surge protection. We're actually right in the middle of a storm, and the cheapest thing that you can do to protect your investment is to surge protect it. This not only will protect your equipment from like lightning strikes, power surges, but this will also eliminate noise in your line and help clean up the power. Small little thing that you can do to improve your system and protect your investment. This model right here that we're going to be using is the WB400 CE10. I just took it out of the box I was showing the customer, but here's the product. It's a stout surge protector. And what I like is that they do guarantee the product up to a certain dollar amount, so you can sleep easy at night. This one is $50,000 from the manufacturer. A little more than we have on this system, but he does have a quality amp, the Denon 3600, so we want to protect that investment. This is a rack mountable surge protector. But today, because we're going to be coming back on this project, we are just going to be setting it on the floor. Customer hasn't gotten their entertainment console yet, so we'll come back when he does. Pretty typical when you move into a new home. Sometimes we'll have to make a return visit because all the furniture isn't in yet. These are the rack mountable ears I was talking about right here. And you can also flip the small ones and mount it to the wall, which is nice. It includes all the screws, as well as some wire ties to do some wire management. So, small little thing that we recommend here at Dreamedia. You see we got that center speaker mounted to the wall already, and we're working on getting the mounts up there. We got all our cables ran. We put in a optical audio return, just in case the ARC doesn't work. We got a HDMI cable. This is true 4K, 60 frames, 4x4x4, 18 gig per second. And we also went ahead and just ran a cat cable to hardwire the television to maximize the speeds. Make sure whenever you're streaming his content that everything's nice and quick. After we get the TV up on the wall, start popping in our end ceilings. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how to install a in-ceiling speaker. It's actually very simple. First step, drop cloth. Check. Ladder. Check. We go up there, I'm going to pop that plate off. We're going to see which side the stud's on, because when they pre-wire these, they nail in boxes that hold the pre-wire. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Alright, so we're in the living room. I'm going to start with the rear speakers, since Ray's up there at the front of the room putting up the TV. What we're going to do is take off the wall plate, as I explained earlier. So you can either use a stud finder to figure out which side the stud's on, but I like this old school method. Just stick a flathead up in there and you'll feel it. Not to mention, you're going to want to pry that box out anyway. So see how I just stuck the flathead between the blue box and the stud? And then you can just pry it right out like this. There's basically one nail here and one nail here holding it in. And pop that box out, stick your hand up in there and make sure there's nothing in your way. And now you know for a fact that you need to cut your circle this way. So I'm gonna grab my cutout template, we're gonna cut it out. All right, we're gonna take the cutout template and we're gonna butt it right up against the edge of the stud like that. And you're gonna see a little bit on the boxes, but our bezel's gonna cover that, so don't worry about it. Trace it out. I would recommend doing it with a pencil, especially if you don't do it often, because obviously with a pen it's permanent. But I stuck my arm up in there, so I'm confident that we're going to be able to cut this with no issues. Sheetrock saw, you can get an automatic one or a manual. This is a little old school, but it gets the job done. We're going to go ahead and cut right along the template. That's what the inside of your ceiling looks like.
I got drywall on my beard.
Alrighty, so I only need about this much slack. Builder left like 20 feet in there, so I'm just gonna cut it short right here. Old wire cutters aren't cutting anymore. Now we're gonna strip back our shielding. Like that. It's a little string. You can leave it on, but I like to take it off because it kind of annoys me. Then you're gonna strip back the shielding on your black and red line. And those are going to line up right to the terminals on the back of our speaker. So this is going to be a good opportunity for me to show you guys the new two-piece design from Klipsch and exactly how it works and how easy it makes your life. So like I said, it's a two-piece system. This is the bracket, and it goes in like this. And then you just take your toggles and let them pop out like that. Boom. Perfect. I'm gonna make my connections here. If you look, you got your black negative and your red positive. Very, very simple, guys. This isn't rocket science. We're gonna go ahead and put our speaker up in the ceiling. And see how it has, I'm not sure if you can see on YouTube, but see how it has unlock and lock? Basically, it just goes in like this. And then you lock it into place. And then you're gonna grab your drill and tighten it down. Simple as that. And see how it's actually grabbing to the sheetrock now, because those clamps I showed you earlier are now pulling down between the plastic and the sheetrock.
And also notice that there's no...
Yes, and the gap's gone as well, because we butted it right up against the stud. And see how this woofer rotates? His couch is probably gonna be this way a little bit, so we're gonna aim that tweeter and then throw our grill on. These are nice, paintable, magnetic grills. Just pop on like that. And that's our finished product. Now we get to do it 4 more times, or 3 more times. All right, so we got our center speaker up, and we are throwing up the TV now. Coil it up behind.
You on?
Yes, sir. You're on too. Yep. Look at that. Looking sharp. All right, just a smidge. 1/8 of an inch. A little more?
More.
That's perfect. All right, so you guys can see Ray killed it. Got a nice little floating effect here, separating the center speaker from the TV. I really like that look. Looks really clean. Now we're just gonna tuck all our wires up behind the television, coil them up real nice, and get this baby fired up. Is this that home theater dude doing an installation?
Yeah, well, we'll find out, Gene.
Well, Gene. Man, he's been hanging out with Dreamedia too long. Never thought I'd see the day.
I saw too many of those Dreamedia videos, so I decided to start doing this myself.
All right, we're moving along. I'm still on speaker number 2 in the living room.
4 hours later.
Aaron installed the entire theater room and now is barehanding the patio speakers by himself, like a boss. We're gonna be putting in these all-weather in-ceiling speakers from Episode. This is the 350 series. Like a boss. All right, guys, we just finished up the living room. It is looking good. I'm going to be playing a demo for you at the end of this as well, so you can get the experience of a system like this in your own space. So let's do a quick review of exactly what we have. So you can see we have the Pro Series 8-inch in-ceiling speakers all the way around in this space for our front left and right, as well as rear left and right. In a room like this, you don't really have options to get the speakers down at ear level, especially for these rears. These were pre-wired by the builder, but it sounds really good based on the room layout. In the front here, we have that RP640D from Klipsch and a Samsung Q60 Quantum.TV. And we have the SPL120 in here for our bass. And we're powering everything up with the Denon 3600. You can see this is obviously not going to be the permanent home for the receiver and all the devices. It's just temporarily hooked up, sitting on top of the box. Customer is waiting for the console, which is going to house everything, and we'll come back and get it set up for them. Everything's surge protected back here. You got cable box, Apple TV, and the Harmony, as well as the Smart TV hooked up. And we did the Harmony Pro to control everything right here. Makes it very easy. You got a one button press remote, so like say you go into activities, he has the watch spectrum on the Patio. You got watch Smart TV and watch the Apple TV. So you just hit one button, for example, watch spectrum, and it's going to fire everything up, turn it all to the right input. This is a touchscreen remote. You don't have to point it anywhere because everything is...
Yeah, it looks like it's both. Just what I don't need. This is what you do need. Complete the application within minutes.
Sorry about that. So everything, whenever you press a button on the remote, it goes to the hub, and the hub communicates with the devices. So whether you're using the remote or if you're using the smartphone or tablet, it's going to immediately send the signal to the hub and then through these little lines to the devices. I do want to point something out. It comes with the blasters, which the blasters is all that's included with the model below this, which is the Harmony Elite, which is why we use the Pro. When I first got here, the customer was saying it's working, but not consistently. When you have the blaster hooked up, the signal's just being shot out randomly. Whereas these little sensors, which I just hooked up when I got here, are sending the signal right to the front of every unit, making sure that it works perfect every single time, which is why I recommend spending the extra $50 and getting the Pro model. Now, we also did hook up the Patio. This is where the volume control could go if you want to kick it old school, but this is a Denon Heos amp, so we jumped it out and everything can be controlled right from the phone. In-ceiling speakers out here. Nice and clean. These are weather rated, so the customer doesn't have to worry about them going out on him or the woofers cracking in the extreme Texas heat. Gives you that peace of mind. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed that demo and found this video informative in helping you make a buying decision. We really appreciate all of y'all's business, all of my out-of-state customers. You guys are awesome. We're working on getting more Dreamedia certified installers in major cities. We're going to make it our goal going into 2020. If you guys like this video, make sure to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe down below for more. Till next time, this is Zach with Dreamedia Home Theater. Thank you for watching.